Good morning. Day 63 on the trail. Just got dropped off at Route 623. First good news of the day, my trekking poles were still there, leaning up against the tree. So that's good. All right. Not sure of my goal today. First shelter is about four and a half miles. And the next shelter is probably about 9 from here. So, I'm sorry, the second shelter makes it an 18-mile day. It's a little beyond my usual limit. So, maybe tenting tonight somewhere along the way. But right at about my 13 or 14 mile desirable length, there's no real water, so I'm gonna have to plan that in. That being said, my trekking poles, I'm whole again, and wow, let me climb through these rocks and get going. All right, everybody. Here is a vine that people often mistake for poison ivy. This is called quinquefoil or Virginia creeper. Notice it has 5 leaves. Quinque, Spanish, 5. Quinquefoil. All right. It does have stickers for attaching, but nothing like the hairy ones that you find on poison ivy. And remember, it's got 5 leaves. So, all right, and it's on this beautiful chestnut oak. Remember, chestnut oak, deep furrows, high, flat-topped ridges. All right, that's chestnut oak. There's the rockiness. This is actually fairly easy that I've been seeing. There we go. Whew. Just finished a climb up over the ridge. It looks like we're heading down, going down toward Laurel Creek, and I forget the road, but once I get there, that was my intended camping spot after Chestnut Knob Shelter. But because I went to the hostel, no longer a day ahead when I get there, and it'll be a short day. So I'll have to debate pushing on. Right after that, there'll be a climb and no water for like 6 miles, maybe more. So I'll have to pack water up since it'll be a dry camp. So I'll gauge it by how I feel and go from there. These are the things you have to deal with. As you can see, a lot of leaves leafing out. Pretty soon, green tunnel, no sun, except on top of mountains and in gaps. Enjoy the trail. This is quite the bridge with the stone trestles. Oh. Wow. Very nice. All the different shelves in the Cascades. Cool stuff. Alright, I'm going to take a break here and figure out what I'm going to do. And look at this collection of columbine flowers. What's interesting is they have the red outers and the yellow inner flower. Pretty cool. All along the roadside here on the other side of the road. Alright. There's a view for you through the trees. You can see all the leafing out. Everything's turning green. Pretty soon, I won't even be able to see from a spot like this. Alright. Alright everybody, I got about a 11-mile day in so far. maybe a little less. I'm about a mile and a half from a spot where the guide says there's some stealth spots. So that's what I'm looking for in a little bit. Some views due to the steep hillside I'm on. So next shelter is probably another 4+ miles past this site I'm looking for, and I'm not going to try to push for it. It's a dry stretch of trail. I do know there's one gap I got to go down and then back up. I already did that at the creek that you saw. I'm already packing in 3 liters of water for camp tonight and drinking tomorrow morning. The nice thing about that road crossing I just mentioned, not the one behind me by the creek, but the one I didn't want to tackle tonight, is a deli there. So, yeah, I know. Sounds like I'm not holding up for the deli. That's just a positive. I'm going to try to get this 1.5 miles out of the way. It's 3 o'clock, so it should put me in camp by 4 if it's a nice trail. Give me time to pitch tent, and once I'm in camp, if nothing else presents on the trail, I will bring you back to hang out with me for a little while in camp. Talk about the ravages of fire and what it can do to the forest. Wow. Well, had to be, judging by the branch rings on that pine, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 or 10 years ago. Right, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, 9 to 10 years ago, I'd say this happened. What I was doing was I was counting the rings of branches on the pines. 1 ring, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's this year's growth. 9. So some of the bigger ones would be the oldest ones. So after a couple counts, came up with 9 or 10. So one more time, we'll go 1, 2, maybe there 3, 4, 5. A lot of growth last year, a lot of growth this year. So 6, 7 years old. Of course, the newest growth is up top. Last year's growth is the next. So the longer, the better the growing season. The shorter, the more lean the growing season. It might be because of drought. Who knows? Ah, well, there you go. Ugh. Yes, no trail crew comes through here. Unless these trees have fallen since. Alright. Well, those sites that I read about on the guide and gut hooks far out were pretty crappy sites. All rocky, and probably would be hard for me. My tent is not freestanding, so I got to stake it out. And I probably wouldn't be able to drive my stakes in. So I'm pushing on further. That's why I was through that burn area. So a little about 1.5 miles ahead, the trail comes down to a flatter area according to the topographic maps. So I'm hoping to find a site there. Otherwise I'm going to hit the road. And then I don't know what I'm going to do. But I'm including you in the planning stages. So we'll see what we come up with. Alright, this is going to go up for a little bit, then down toward the road. And hopefully when it's down on the lower, flatter, where the contour lines on the map spread out, there'll be more tent sites. Bring you back for all the good stuff. Alright. I was right. There's a spot where it leveled out. There's an old access road here. So I'm going to pitch my tent right there. Obviously the townies come here once in a while, but it's Sunday night, so I figure I got a chance. I'm going to get started pitching my tent and then get inside and have a good night sleeping here. Tomorrow I'll get down. There's a deli on the road. I'll have breakfast there. Cool stuff. Very good. We'll see you tomorrow.